It's your boy Lance. We here with another reaction video. Yeah. Today we're gonna be doing 10 greatest NBA career ruins by injuries. Um, yeah, I'm turned to see who's gonna be on here. I got some names in my head who I know gonna be on here, who I know with some savages, know they can't be touched. But let's just jump straight into this. Let's just see what they talking about.
Basketball is a physical sport, and a grueling 82-game schedule jammed in 5 months takes a toll on players' bodies. Injuries are a part of the game, but with the advancement of medicine, technology, and sports science, we don't see many career-ending injuries as we did before. In this video, we'll go over players whose prime was cut short due to health reasons. Here are the greatest NBA careers ruined by injuries. Yao Ming. From the moment he came to the NBA League, Yao was its most famous player. In terms of quantity of fame,
First of all, if y'all don't know nothing about Yao Ming, Yao Ming was that guy. Like, he was like 7'6", the first Chinese player to play in the NBA. He even gave Shaq problems, let's be real.
fans, nobody except him had a country of 1 billion people following his every step. Selected with the first pick in the 2002 draft, Yao did not disappoint. Apart from being 7'6", Ming had skills for days. He could handle, he could shoot it from the outside, and for most of his shots, there was nothing any defensive player could do. In his prime, you could count that the Great Wall of China will give you an efficient 25 and 10.
Tell you I know what I was talking about. 7'6", gave Shaq problems, gave everybody problems. But I ain't gonna lie to you. Kobe did dunk on my man, so we ain't gonna act like Kobe didn't dunk on him.
10, along with 2 blocks. However, 3 separate foot fractures were too much, and have robbed him of tangible playoff success. Yao tried and kept coming back, but his feet couldn't endure supporting his gigantic frame up and down the floor. He retired at the age of 30, and is still considered.
It didn't make it no good that him and T-Mac played on the same Rockets team. And I'm pretty sure T-Mac gonna probably be 1 or 2 on this list because he was him. He was Himothy.
A global basketball icon. If his lower extremities held up, Yao would be one of the best centers ever because you simply couldn't guard a 7'6" guy with a smooth jumper. Jay Williams. Younger NBA fans may know Williams as an analyst on ESPN. Before he started debating with Jalen Rose and Stephen A. Smith, Jay Williams was a ball player, and then
Jay Williams was the truth. Like, if you don't know nothing about Jay Williams, I want to kind of tell this story. I know they about to tell the story, but it's this particular game that I just can't forget. I think they was playing Maryland Tar Heels back in college, and he was the first person to ever give me hope that if your team is down 4 points, y'all can still win or tie the game on the last possession. Like, he shot a 3 and got fouled and won. But think about Jay Will, one of his like I don't want to say bites. I can't think of the word right now. But one of his bad things about himself is that he sucked at shooting free throws. He was an animal. Just couldn't shoot free throws. Like, worth nothing. But they about to tell you what happened while he got injured.
And some. Jay is considered to be one of the best basketball players in the history of Duke University. He won the National Freshman of the Year award in 2000, and in 2001, he led the Blue Devils to an NCAA championship as a leading scorer in the country. As a junior, he deservedly won both Naismith and Wooden Player of the Year, after which he declared for the NBA draft and got selected with the number 2 pick by the Chicago Bulls. Jay Will had an inconsistent.
By the way, I ain't gonna lie, Jay Will was ugly. Like, I ain't gonna lie to you. I pray that he got his wife after he went to the NBA. Or he would have been just like D. Wade. Like, you know how D. Wade had that wife before Gabrielle Union? She was trash. That's the reason why D. Wade let her go. Jay Williams looked like a little alien. He a little alien face ass boy. So I pray that he got his wife after he got that check. You know what I'm saying? I pray.
A promising rookie year, averaging 9.5 points and 4.7 assists in 26 minutes on the floor. In the offseason, Williams was training hard to become one of the better NBA point guards in his second year. However, his second season would never happen. Williams bought a motorcycle, a Yamaha that had 160 miles per hour top speed. He crashed it on June 19, 2003, and broke his pelvis, ACL, and damaged nerves in his leg.
Yeah, I hope he got that girl when he first got that first paycheck that first season. He broke his pelvis. Like, that nigga hip and pelvic action probably trash. Like, he probably getting the worst Peter Whacker ever. Like, my man got I was chilling, my guy.
His basketball career was over after that, and he will forever remain one of the biggest what could have been stories. Grant Hill. Another Dookie, Grant Hill won 2 NCAA championships with the Blue Devils in 91 and 92. He was selected 3rd overall in the 1994 draft, and his dominance translated from college game to the NBA. He won Co-Rookie of the Year with Jason Kidd, averaging 19.9 points, 6.4 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, and even made the All-Star team as a rookie. Even though he wasn't much of an outside shooter, nobody was stopping Hill from getting to the rim. He was also a phenomenal playmaker, and until he got injured, he averaged Pippen-like numbers of 22 points, 8
I don't know if y'all ever heard Gilbert Arenas talk about him, man. He was a hybrid. Like, he was Jordan and pimping. Like, he was everything. Just, I really want people to understand that if his career wasn't shortened, Jordan's career would have been kind of shortened, like, in my personal opinion. And the crazy thing about it, he played with the Pistons. So, like, you know, the Pistons was Jordan's problem in 89 and 90, right? And then when you look at Grant Hill, who popped up out of nowhere. Well, not out of nowhere. We seen him with Duke if you was, you know, at that time. I'm done with the 90s. But nah, if you was see him during the time, he was the truth. Like, he came in like, this is a suburban boy. Like, coming in, crossover, take. And he had defense.
Rebounds and 6.3 assists per game. Then in 2000, Grant got injured before the playoffs. It was not a bad ankle injury per se, but in the era 20 years before load management, players were taught to suck it up and play through the pain. This proved to be an awful decision, and Hill messed up his ankle completely. He played only 47 games in the next 4 years, and many believed his career might be over. Hill did manage to recover and play until the age of 40, but he never reached the flashy, rim-rattling level of play he once possessed. Tracy McGrady. NBA players enter their prime around the age of 28. Still at their physical peak, with the mind caught up, most NBA greats start thriving past the age of 25. Jordan won his first chip at 28, and so did LeBron and Shaq. In the case
You hear that?
Bruh.
Jordan won his first championship at the age of 28. To all y'all people talking about he the GOAT and all this. 28. Just saying that again. 28, 8th season.
of Tracy McGrady, by the time he was 28, he was playing his last good season in the league. Brian McGrady was an offensive juggernaut and could not be stopped. 6'9", skilled, athletic, a good shooter. T-Mac was a complete package.
What, boy? Hold on, let me play that back. Hold on.
And could not be stopped. 6'9", skilled, athletic, a good shooter. T-Mac was a complete package. After a couple scoring titles and early playoff exits, he switched Orlando for Houston, where he
Y'all see that? You got two what could have been ass dudes on the same team. Watch out, Stelly. Go ahead, buddy. Two what could have been. But I ain't gonna lie to you, the Rockets had to be hurt, be paying all that money for no reason.
hoped to win a championship alongside Yao Ming. Unfortunately, that's when the knee and back problems started. When the playoffs came, it was either Yao or McGrady on the injured list, and his title dreams seemed very distant. After the age of 28, T-Mac was a shell of his former 8-time All-Star self. There were no more off-the-backboard dunks or athletic jumpers that no defender could guard. He averaged only 8 points per game.
People don't know this, though. He almost won a championship. So that year, when he played with the Spurs, a lot of people don't know that, but he played with the Spurs the year when Ray Allen hit the famous shot with the Heat. Like when they was coming out with the, celebration for the Spurs. That was, T-Mac was happy at that moment. He almost had his first ring, but he lost.
In what were supposed to be his prime years, and he retired in 2013 after he watched the NBA Finals from the Spurs bench. Greg Oden. After Sam Bowie, who also could have been on this list, Portland drafted another talented big man in front of a once-in-a-generation scorer. Oden's name will forever be linked with Kevin Durant, just like Bowie's will be linked with Michael Jordan. And even though KD won all the awards for National Player of the Year, it was Greg Oden who reached the NCAA Finals. He was the most dominant player in college basketball, an athletic 200.
Dang, so they lost to Florida that year. That is true. By the way, man, Greg Oden is probably one of the saddest stories because I got to witness it and he around my age. But, he from Indiana but played with Ohio State. They had that, fabulous five on that Ohio State team. And I ain't gonna lie, though, but he just ugly. I feel like the ugliest players had the shortest careers. And I ain't trying to be all weird, but like he ugly. Like he top tier ugly. He Papa Jones ugly. Like it's like how do you expect to have a long career and be ugly? Like Kevin Durant ugly, but Kevin Durant just don't cut his hair. You know what I'm saying? But Greg Oden is just ugly. Like I understand why his career was short. Like from the ugly guy, they said like you get what I'm trying to say, man. He's just ugly. Like it's what happened when you ugly.
170-pound 7-footer who looked like a man amongst boys.
They go that Fab Five. Hold on, that ain't the Fab Five. 1, 2, Daquan Cook. You know what I'm saying? Dayton legend. You feel me? You feel me? Mike Conley, David Lively. Who's up? Is that him? Who? It was one more player. I'm missing one more player. Cause they started at Wells was they 2 guard who they started. I'm missing somebody. Maybe it is this dude on the right. I don't know who he is. He look like an outskirt anyway.
Boys. There was a Shaq-like quality to the way he played, as he would often throw players around on his way to a monster jam, or swatting their shots like flies, averaging over 3 blocks per game. It was enough for the Trailblazers to select him first overall instead of Durant, and it quickly turned out to be a mistake. Even though Oden showed flashes of college dominance,
every time the Blazers get a high draft pick, it be a trash player. Like Dame Lillard, I don't think he was a super high draft pick. I think he was like a number 5 through 10. But anytime they get like top 5, it's just failure, bro. Like it's just a failure. Like every time. Like what's his name? Scoop, trash. Greg Oden, trash. Like when Brandon Roy gonna come up? I know he gonna come up
during his rookie year. However, after playing only
but he wasn't trash though. Brandon Roy wasn't trash though.
21 games.
This man is a really woulda, coulda, would he would have been in. Like we didn't even know like at least T Mac had about like 6-7 seasons where he was just balling, leading the NBA in scoring. So I don't know how he not at the top of the list. Like this guy didn't even have 2 good seasons. Like it's just like a woulda, coulda, butter. Like,
in his second season, it went from bad to worse. Oden had half of a healthy knee by the time he was 21 years old, and he never played for the Blazers again. He attempted to come back with the Miami Heat in 2014, but it was obvious he can't move anymore. The next Shaq became one of the biggest busts, however unfair that is to say. Penny Hardaway. Anthony Penny Hardaway was one of the best NBA point guards in the early and mid-90s. 6'7".
I might gotta go get my pennies out the closet just to throw a ball for my boy Penny. If y'all ain't never seen Blue Chip, man, Penny Hardaway was the truth. Like he was like I feel like growing up, he was like Allen Iverson before Allen Iverson. He was just like that player favorite. Everybody wanted to be like Penny. You know what I mean? He was that type of player.
Fast, athletic. Penny flew over the court and could do everything. Scoring, dishing, rebounding, you name it, Hardaway was doing it. Owner of the most famous bobblehead in the history of the NBA, and some of the flashiest kicks, Penny was the star guard the NBA needed when Michael Jordan first retired. In his first 4 years in the league, Hardaway averaged 19.7 points, 4.6 rebounds, 6.7 assists, and 2 steals. He was a 3-time All-Star and led Orlando to the 95 NBA Finals, along with Shaquille O'Neal and
you know who he beat? Jordan. But that was the year Jordan returned. Y'all can make up all these excuses. Point blank, Jordan was on his A game. Like
Horace Grant. In 1998, a devastating knee injury ended his season after 19 games, and he seemed washed when he returned, so Orlando traded him to Phoenix. The Arizona Sun did him well, and Penny started to resemble his old self, averaging 16.9 points, 5.8 rebounds, and 5.3 assists on 47% shooting. Then, at the age of 29, another knee injury forced him to miss.
Who is this image of this dude they keep showing like he Penny or something? Like, who is dude? Like, real talk.
5.8 rebounds and 5.3 assists on 47% shooting. Then,
who is this dude? They keep showing him like he Penny. Like, who is this? This Deuce? Like, who is this? Like, who is dude?
At the age of 29, another knee injury forced him to miss out for almost the entire 2000-2001 season. Hardaway could never recover after that, and his athleticism was sapped. He turned from a star into a role player until he finally retired in 2008. Brandon Roy. Another great Portland hoe.
He was up next.
And another career ruined by bad knees. Brandon Roy was the real
big pause, man. Watch how you say about bad knees, man. That's a little weird, man. Like, we on YouTube. Chill out.
deal, and before he got injured, he was on the trajectory to overtake Kobe and D-Wade as the best shooting guard in the game. After 4 years at the University of Washington, Roy was selected 6th overall in the 2006 NBA draft, and he immediately stood out from the rest of his draft class. Averaging 16.8 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 4 assists per game, Roy deservedly won NBA Rookie of the Year, 127 out of 128 first-place votes. In the next 3 years, Roy further improved and polished his game and established himself as one of the league's best players, with 3 All-Star selections and a well-rounded scoring and passing game. Portland offered him a
Think about Brody, like if y'all ever watch his highlights, he was so relaxed, so chill. It's like he didn't try hard. That's how you know who be gifted. It's almost like the Luka effect, where it's like Luka play a game where it's like he's not fast. He doesn't do anything like exciting except just make crazy shots and just, you know what I'm saying? He do Kobe like stuff where it's just like he killing his man. Like, that's how Brandon Roy was, man. The man was just effortlessly good. It wasn't nothing. Look like he was outside playing rec ball all the time.
Max extension. Their investment was proven to be in vain. Many problems that have bothered Brandon since college started to add up. Because Roy had to remove a piece of cartilage, his knees were deteriorating at a fast rate. After 3 All-Star seasons, where he averaged over 20 points and 5 assists, his numbers dropped to 12.2 points and 2.7 assists. After that year, he decided to retire at the age of 27. The Timberwolves gave him another shot in the 2012-2013 season, but Roy's knees said no to basketball after only 5 games. Bill Walton. After Kareem won 3 NCAA titles and all the individual accolades, nobody thought his...
I ain't gonna lie to you, man. It's hard to just say this, but Bill Walton was really goated. Like, that man was goated. Like, if y'all look up the Bill Walton story, he was goated. Like, it's hard to say it, but he was goated. He was goated.
Success could be replicated, but Bill Walton came close. The red-headed center won 3 National Player of the Year awards, together with 2 NCAA titles. His UCLA Bruins won 88 games in a row during their championship runs, and in the 1973 finals, Bill scored 44 points on 21 from 22 from the field, which is still regarded as the best game in NCAA history. Walton shot 65% from the field, averaging 20.3 points, 15.7 rebounds, and 5.5 assists at...
I ain't gonna lie, that remind me of some Tyler Hands, bro, whatever heck his name was with UNC. He was nasty white boy. This guy right here, he was a nasty white boy, dude.
UCLA. And of course, he was the first pick in the draft. It was with him that Portland started its curse of drafting star players with long medical reports.
I told y'all, man, I'm telling you, man, I know what I be talking about. Y'all heard me say that at the beginning of this video. Them Blazers just got bad luck, man. Like, they really got bad luck, bro, with draft. Anyways.
Injuries started in his final year of college, and in his first 2 NBA seasons, they were just piling on. Walton began to have chronic feet issues, together with multiple mislocated toes, fingers, and broken wrists. Then, when he was finally healthy enough,
I ain't gonna lie, like, when you look at that last clip, he should have been smoking joints. Like, it ain't no way that he got this hippie look and going through these pains. He should have been smoking reefer. Like, he should have been flying the Vietnam, Vietnamese, all that, and smoking reefer.
Walton reminded everybody that he's one of the most talented centers ever. After a successful season as an All-Star, Bill led Portland to their first and only title in 1977. He was named Finals MVP with averages of 18.5 points.
Goated. Give him some credit. Blazers ain't winning no championship ever again. Shout out to my nigga Dame Lillard, man.
19 rebounds, 5.2 assists, and 3.7 blocks. He was then half healthy for 1 more year, and in the next 4, he played a total of 14 due to consistent foot injuries. Everybody thought his career was over, but he did manage to squeeze in a few more decent years with the Clippers and the Celtics, where he won his 2nd championship as a role player. If he had never sustained an injury, he would certainly be in the conversation for the best center ever. Derrick Rose. I watched it live when Derrick Rose tore his ACL in the 2012 playoffs against Philadelphia. The NBA's brightest young star was battling injuries throughout that season, but it was clear that he was even better than he was in his 2011 MVP year. Maybe it was Thibodeau's grueling practice regimen and keeping his players in the game for far too long. Maybe it was just bad luck. Or maybe it was the Murphy's Law, which which says that if you jump that high in the air enough times, after a certain number of good landings, there must be a bad one. D. Rose was the most explosive point guard in the history of the game, together with Russell Westbrook. And while Westbrook 100% recovered from his knee injury, Rose was never the same player. Even though he's still a good scorer, he's not a superstar.
I don't know if y'all ever got to see D Rose play. D Rose was very unique. Like he was really like Russell is the truth. Like I'm not about to take nothing from Russell, but when you look at like Rose, like it's like he had all his might in every time he jumped. All his might from his crossover right to left, left to right. It was just like stop. You be like, how do you have so much impact and power? Like I don't know who trained that man, if it was just the hood, the streets, or what, but the man was like explosive. Like, and he was a 2-foot jumper. At least Westbrook used to jump off one. Westbrook could go north to south a lot. Like D Rose was a 2 feet jumper. Like it was crazy.
And he doesn't do anything vertically anymore. And I don't remember the last time he dunked the ball. Gilbert Arenas. Before he first got injured, and before he starred in the Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels.
Time out, man. Was it injury? Was it injury? Or was it gunplay?
Washington Wizards edition, No-Show Gil was ballin'. From his second year in 2002 up until his final All-Star year in 2007, Arenas was averaging 24.4 points, 4.4 rebounds, and 5.7 assists. Agent Zero, aka Hibachi, was a hybrid between John Wall and Dame Lillard. He was one of the fastest guards with the ball and could fire it up from distance.
That was a great comparison. A hybrid.
For those of you that don't know, Gil dropped 60 on Kobe, who was first-team all-defense at the time. But then, his knees gave out on him. With injury, he also transformed from a gym rat into a party animal, and his career was never the same. He mustered one good season in 2011, but with the injuries and the gun incident, serious basketball was behind him. He peaked at the age of 25, when he averaged 28 and 6, and unfortunately, it was straight downhill after that.
I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I gotta really look up the Gilbert Arenas like career. I need to look up his stats because like he played with the Warriors at first, but then went to the Wizards. But then it's like he just turned up real fast. And not only did he turn up real fast, he like balled out. Like he reached the ceiling so fast. Like, cause I don't know. I feel like he only spent 1 year in college, 1 or 2 at max.
Mention. There are plenty of guys we could also have mentioned here. Ralph Sampson, who was a consistent 20 and 10 guy in Houston before knee injuries shortened his career. Brad Daugherty, who was a 5-time All-Star in only 8 years, before his back forced him to retire at 28. Great careers that could have been even better and longer if it weren't for bad health also include Amare Stoudemire, Chris Webber, Chris Bosh, Larry Johnson, Pete Maravich, and some others. Let us know if we forgot somebody in the comments.
Let me know if they forgot somebody, man. There's some people I feel like they ain't talking about, man, who had a short career. Or we need to just start a new conversation up, like, man, who was the truth and just disappeared from the NBA? We can talk about, like, Josh Howard, OJ Mayo, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't know who Josh Howard is. Y'all ain't hip to him, man. Y'all ain't hip to Josh Howard. He was nasty, though. But, yeah, man, tune in with your boy Lance, man. Don't forget the 6, man. We're going to have another reaction video coming up soon, man.